Hello and welcome to Madefem Media Half Hour for this week. My name is Toyin Bamishaye Oni, welcoming you to our program for this week. The first segment on the program is the one we tagged 101 with TBO and meet our guest for this week. Hello and welcome. My name is Toyin Bamishaye Oni, welcoming you to 101 with TBO. This is Madefem Media. This week on the program, we want to talk on something that is so important to us in our society in Nigeria, not only in Lagos State, but Nigeria as a whole. Today, we want to talk about marriage registry, the marriage certificates that we get from our marriage registries. And to do this beautiful day, I have someone who is a friend, who is so fully equipped to talk on this, in person of High Chief Deji Shokeye, who is the National President of Association of Local Government Marriage Registrars. You're welcome onto the program.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Let me ask you, how long have you been a marriage registrar?
Yeah, I got appointed as a registrar of marriage in Lagos State in 2015 precisely. I became a marriage registrar.
And how has it been since then?
Yeah, it has been a lot of challenges and, there's no work or job that doesn't have its own challenges.
Its own ups and downs.
Okay. But so far so good. I think we are better off than what we met on ground.
Now, people are saying that if you want to go to registry, you must have this, you must have that. What are the things that I must have before I say I want to go to registry?
Yeah, the first of all, the basic thing we require of you is your means of identification. After you must have been of age, you must not be less than
marriageable age.
Yes, you must not be less than 18 years. If you are less than 18 years, you have to take a consent letter from your guardian or your parents. So your means of identification could be NIN, it could be data page of your international passport or your birth certificate, photocopies, 2 passport photographs of you and your spouse. Then the mandatory, you add your genotype and blood group results. So then the mandatory fee payable at the local government where you want to register your.
Now, we're talking about mandatory things that I must have before I could say I want to go to local government for my marriage in the registry. You said genotype. What does that have to do with you?
It has to do a lot. We, of recent, we discovered that a lot of people are not supposed to even get to even date themselves. Talk less of getting married. If you have SS and SS, it's not proper. Medically, it's not proper. If you have AS and AA, it is still okay. Then the blood group on its own. Resource factor, I don't know if I get that correctly.
Yeah, the resource factor.
The resource factor, it affects a lot of home. You will now be thinking there's a woman, the old woman in your village is the one, after your problem.
Yes.
So that is why we will advise you, we counsel you. You have a counseling unit.
What is the criteria of selecting a marriage registrar?
Yeah, good enough. Lagos State government has raised the bar. If you are less than level 14, you can be appointed as a registrar of marriage in Lagos State. Other states do have their own peculiarities too. But there is no marriage registrar you see that is lesser than managerial level. Because you must be you must be of sound mind and good health.
Let me ask you this. Let me cut you there. There's this notion or this belief that if you want to go abroad, if you didn't get the certificate from Ikoyi Marriage Registry, that they would not probably recognize the one you get from local government. Please, is this true? I want you to tell me.
That's a tissue of lies. It's a tissue of lies in the sense that I have traveled with my married. I got married at Lagos Island local government. Now Yaba SCDA. I got my and I've used my certificate. My wife has equally used her certificate. So and many other family members. I have a niece residing in UK. She got married at Abeokuta North local government. I linked him up there. I linked her up there. She got married. She's a resident of UK now with the marriage certificate.
That she collected from.
Yes, from even from Abeokuta North, Abeokuta South local government.
Not even Lagos.
No, Abeokuta South local
so
government.
So why rush to Ikoyi registry?
You see, it's just class. We we got married, and that signboard. Oh, Federal Republic of Nigeria. That signboard that you pay about, I think it's 5,000 naira now to have a shot there. And the irony of it is that we are having capital flights. People will travel from
Akwa Ibom
to come and it's not done.
You know, from the east, southeast.
A lot of people have lost their lives on the road. It's a class thing. Yes, we wanna be. They wanna be. If you hold a local government marriage certificate and that of the Federal Ministry of Interior marriage certificate, we are the same pedestal. We are the same level.
Is it the same thing you get in this local government or probably the Ministry of Interior? Is it the same thing like the one they will give you in church? If I say, okay, I want to go to church for my marriage, like someone like me, I had my wedding in church, but we went to local government before. He said we had to display. So is it still like that?
Yeah, very well.
Some of us that got married was over 30 years ago.
That is the standard, and it remains so.
You still have to go to local government.
Yeah, you obtain there's what we call registrar certificate. It also referred to as church license. You come if your church is licensed to perform marriage.
Yes.
You come to the local government of that's your local government. I mean, of your church, where your church domiciles.
Yes.
That is the law. That is the law. Your church cannot be in Ikeja, and you obtain your church license from Onigbo, from Koshofe. It's not done. You have to come to Ikeja or Onigbongo.
I have to go to
either of the 6 local government or SCDAs there. Yes, you obtain it there, then you take it to your church. After you must have been joined by the reverend father or the pastor there. You will return a copy of the marriage certificate to the marriage registry. Now, Lagos State government, let me just add this.
Okay.
Lagos State government I just added an icing on the cake. When you are getting married now, you go on biometric for several reasons. To curb fake. Yes, to curb racketeering. Then to really showcase that Eko is for show. Lagos is always ahead of other states. When you go to any of our 37 SCDAs and the 20 local government, you go on biometric. But you see, that is why we have leaders. That's why we have authorities. If you have any complaint, go straight to the council manager. Council manager are the one responsible, for marriage activities in the local government. My marriage registry is directly under the council manager. Yes, it's in line with the provisions of the new what do you call it now? So go to the council manager, lodge a complaint, bring it to his or her notice. But I can assure you, there is nowhere in Lagos State that you have such. Now, the other issue that we need to is about who supposed to be in the custody of marriage certificates.
Yeah.
Because
who owns the marriage certificate? Is it the wife or the husband?
The couple.
The couple.
Yeah.
The two of them.
Yes.
So what happens in a situation where there is a disagreement?
That is why the either part that does not have, the certificate with him or her will have a record to the local government marriage registry where they consummated their marriage. You come there, you ask for CTC, go and satisfy the all righteousness.
Which one is CTC?
Certified true copy. Okay. Because you cannot have the original twice. You can only have one original. So if your husband deny you the use of it, come to us with your legal proof. If you have photograph, bring it. If you go to police station, report that you lost it or somehow, go to court, sworn an affidavit, then write an application. You can write through your lawyer. If you don't have a lawyer, you can come personally. We oblige you.
It's supposing my daughter wants to get married and I want to use marriage any of the local government.
It depends on your location. You have A, B, C, D. Yeah.
In Lagos State.
Yes. We have suburban. You don't have rural any longer. You have suburban then urban.
Okay, so suburban, how much?
They have their rates. Each local government have their rates.
It's different.
Yes.
So what I have in Animosho is different from what I will have in Lagos Island.
Exactly.
Or in Bejulek.
Exactly.
Oh, that is fantastic.
It varies.
Thank you so much, High Chief Deji Shokeye, who the last time we met, you are Mr. But now I'm happy that you are High Chief. They have told us on the program today that if you misplace your certificate, you can go for it. And there's so many things you need to know. That the one they will give you in Ikoyi is as also tenable and useful and as genuine as the one that you will get in all the 57 local governments in Lagos State, both the LCDA and the local government. I thank you very much for your time. Thank you for making our time to be our guests on the program 101 on TBO. I thank you so much, all our viewers. We thank you for watching the program. 101 with TBO will return by next week. I am Sioyin Banishaye Oni TBO. Thank you for watching the program. You're welcome back. The next segment on the program is the one we tagged Our Community. Where is this community taking us to for this week? We're going to Lagos Island East Local Council Development Area. Find out what happens there. Lagos Island East Local Council Development Area was agog few days ago when the leadership of the council rolled out the drums to commission about 9 projects at a go. The special guest at the event, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, lauded the chairman, saying that he has made him proud and all the chairmen in Lagos State. The governor stated that before coming to the council, he commissioned another 2 projects, one housing estate named after Prince Tajuddin Oluyole Olusi and the neighborhood office.
Akọ́kọ́ commission ilé tó ń kọ́ lẹ́lẹ́kejì àtún commission office tí wọ́n ṣe fún àwọn neighborhood lẹ́lẹ́kẹta àtún commission shopping mall àti àtún kí àwọn tó ń ṣe Mercy Children Hospital àtún juwọ́ sáwọn náà gbogbo àdúgbò kan dùn yùmùyùmùyùmù inú mi dùn pé mo tún débì black and white yìí gan ojú ẹ̀ wálẹ̀ àbí ẹ̀ńtẹ́ bá mọ surpass afẹ́ kọjá ẹ̀ pé ṣé surpass wa náà dẹ̀ rí adẹ̀tú wọnú surpass pé títí náà tún ti lọ ẹ jẹ́ ká fún chairman alátẹ̀wọ́.
Addressing the gathering, the proud chairman and the man of the moment who emerged the best performing chairman across the country reeled out laudable achievement of his administration, which include roads, health, a mall named after the First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, a church, a mosque, legislative building, and the state-of-the-art administrative building, among others. He urged Governor Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu to please come to the aid of the council by providing 2 coastal buses for them, among other projects.
Let me reaffirm our administration unwavering commitment to the continually delivering the dividend of democracy of good governance. As we look ahead to the next 100 days, we hope, by the grace of God, to welcome back Mr. Governor of Lagos State to yet another commissioning of more impactful projects that align seamlessly with the team's agenda of your government and the Lagos Rising. Honorable Dr. Oludi Alade Folawiye, whose dedication, foresight, tireless effort have continued to bring unprecedented transformation to Lagos Island East NCDA, translating lofty vision into real and impactful projects.
Guests were entertained. The governor also used the occasion to launch the e-birth registration across the 57 local council development area in the state, with an appeal from the UNICEF representatives of the Southwest Mid-Selling to register all newborn babies from age 0 to 1.
Where parents do not know about birth registration, where parents do not know how to register their children. UNICEF is supporting registration of 3.69 million children under one throughout Nigeria. For Lagos, that's 500,000, 545,000, the biggest number in Nigeria for a state.
After receiving the certificate of completion, he now unveiled the projects.
I give glory and adoration to Almighty Allah for making today a possible event. And as it is, what impressed me more today is that the governor of the state said he was so happy that we are delivering the development right in his local government. And I am fulfilled and also challenged. He challenged me that this should be the beginning, that more achievement done by me, I will deliver the manifest social party and even more than expected as
And to the last segment on the program, Madefem Media Half Hour on television. This segment is called Weekly Buzz, and this is devoted to the ones called the Gen Zs. What are they discussing on the program this week? Find out what polygamy or whether polygamy is still relevant in this generation.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Weekly Buzz by Madefem Media. Hi, I'm Oluwademilade Temitope, and here with me in the studio we have...
My name is Dadato Biloba. Thanks for having me here.
You're welcome once again. Today we are talking about a topic that used to be a big part of our culture, polygamy. So today, among our Gen Z type, is polygamy still relevant in today's society? Before I proceed, let me ask from my guest, Mr. Toby, what can you say about the word polygamy, like in your own definition, and what do you think about it?
Well, I would say polygamy is more of like a term, like a traditional term, old school term, because presently, during our year, like this Gen Z year, we don't really think about anything like polygamy. So when we look at polygamy, we look at it on a traditional aspect. Polygamy is more like when someone marries more than one.
Yes, it takes us back to
those days
where those fathers have 3-4 wives.
Not our fathers, our grandfathers.
I
when
know.
they get married to several wives because mainly because they have money.
Yes.
Maybe they are rich, they have enough wealth to cover all the expenses.
And do you know that we still have some, yes, you said not our fathers, but do you know that we still have some that still put those things in practice? You know, sometimes I hear of men that say, oh, I am a man, so I should have a lot. Even these Muslim targets as men Loluwawi. So do you think that is actually acceptable now?
Well, to what you said, for one, I'm a Muslim, so I understand where you're coming from. I understand the concept. So basically, it is more or less like a religion. You know, we Muslims, we see it like it's more of our religion to allow us to marry more than one wife. So we can have 2, 3, 4 wives if we want, as many as we want. So, but the ideology behind it is, even right now, at this present year, most Muslims you see right now, we don't really see having more than 1, 2, 3 wives.
You know, they say now, like, one wife, one problem, two wives, two problem. You know, but then those mothers, those great mothers, they are so submissive. You know, when those men tell them that sit down there, you must not stand. They remain seated. Imagine you telling me to sit down when I have a work to attend to, and you expect me to sit down.
Exactly.
It can't work anymore. You know, it's actually work in their days because they believe that the more the wives, the more the children that work on their farmland. You know, they secure this farmland. Some of them inherit it. So they really want to like make it in existence for long. So they will not keep on marrying, and nothing like education then. All the children are always on the farm. Mostly when they're even men. There's no other work for you. Is it that you are digging the soil or you're helping your dad to
as you said this right now, like I remember the scene like when I was in Delta State, within my camp. Yes. It's also like something like that happened where there was a farm where there were several people working, and I even thought that were workers until I heard that they were all the man's children.
So that is the man-made idea of having many children. It's not really for love to me. It's not for love. Investment, exactly.
Because the more you get, the more children you have, the more investment you are acquiring.
Labor,
they will labor for you. They will work for you.
No need to pay them.
You
see that ideology? I expected it to have died a long time, but I'm still seeing people practice it. Well, so what do you think? What can we say to those type of?
Well, I don't think it's died anytime soon, but it's going gradually.
So are you saying you're going to practice it as well?
For me, you know,
Solomon,
with like a popular verse I hear in the Bible, King Solomon is one of my favorite characters in the Bible. Okay. So he married a lot of wives. So for someone like that, King Solomon, the most wisest man in the world, to have multiple wives, who am I?
Who are you? Tell me seriously.
But truly, having more than one wife out there.
Do you know how much they sell diapers now? You hear a kid going.
It's not even about the diapers. The problem alone that I've seen houses whereby they have lots of wives in, and it's not a peaceful home. Mostly, it's not a peaceful home.
You expect me to share my man with? Exactly. You expect me to share my man with 3 other women, and you expect peace? Men, I see men dying at a very young age. Why? Blood pressure. Why do you have to bring trouble to your life?
Well, that's something true.
Every woman have their own taste of I don't know, poison. No woman is like perfect. True. As a woman, we are in one way, the other way. We always having this trouble to give. So imagine having multiple trouble to deal with as a man. How do you want to balance your health? How do you want to balance your mental brain? Like, how do you want to balance?
That is where wisdom comes in. Like a popular saying, King Solomon, he was able to handle 700 wives and 300 concubines. If a king, a wisest man can do that.
I think the men
I feel like all you need to do is, with wisdom, you can handle it. You can handle it, you get.
And with our present situation,
but with our present economy, though, in Nigeria, I don't think it's possible. Because only a rich man can handle more than 2 wives. But if you see any poor man doing that, you are in problem.
You are in big trouble.
That's a big problem.
You know, some people even practice it, and at the end, the children will now be like, how will I put it? Not useful, because they won't be given a standard education. You will see them; they'll be looking so man-from, like they don't feel well, even where they live.
There is no single good thing coming out of it, so I don't feel like there's no points in it.
Our economy is not really supporting that. Even the educational aspect is not supporting that. Give birth to children you can nurture, train, and give the best to. Marry a wife that you can actually take care of to a very standard level. So now, do you think our generation is actually going to adapt into that system in one way or the other?
Well, the only way I see our generation handling that kind of system is, when a man is rich.
Is it possible?
It's possible, because if I have the money.
If he's rich and he married 10 wives.
I can have more than 2 wives, I can have 3 wives. That's if I have the money. But if I don't have the money to take care of myself and take care of that level.
You are breaking my heart right now. I don't
But for real, look, you can't have all the money and say you want to just have 1 wife. No, you can't. You have to enjoy, flex your muscles. Well,
Forget what they post online. The reality is that it's not the way it is at home. Some will come online and they'll be like, I have 2 wives and they're in unity, they're in peace. Go to their inner corner. They are weeping, they are carrying cutlass, chasing themselves. Let me get kitchen today. It's my turn to sleep in the room today. How will the man live long? You really need to think twice.
You have a point there, but in a way, with more money, less problems.
You're so concerned about this money.
It's money. Money controls the world. Money rules the world.
Hello, our audience. As you can hear, please, I would like you to give us your opinion on this topic. Do you think polygamy is still relevant in our culture today? It's still relevant in the society? Do you think the Gen Z are going to practice it in one way or the other? Let's hear your opinion in the comment section. Once again, I'm Aremu Oluwademilade, and here with me we have
Biloba.
Bye. See you next time.
And that's how much we can take on our program Madefem Media have for this beautiful week. I'm very sure you enjoy the discussion of our Gen Z on the program this week. Don't forget the program ends now, but join us. Let the conversation continue on all our social media platforms. That is Madefem Media on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We thank you sincerely for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye.